The pace, level, and degree at which Donald Trump is monetizing the office of the President of the United States for his own benefit has been absolutely stunning. And he is incorporating the unfettered use of his pardon power in that self-enrichment for himself in that process as well. We got news today that a guy who pled guilty to stealing money from his own employees at his company and had been ordered to pay restitution of over $4 million received a full pardon from Donald Trump after that guy's mom paid $1 million to have dinner, to attend a dinner at Mar-a-Lago where Donald Trump would be present. And he pardoned a sheriff who's like super MAGA, who'd been charged with a bunch of crimes. And today he issued full pardons to Todd and Julie Chrisley from the reality TV series Chrisley Knows Best. They were convicted in 2022 and sentenced to 12 years and 7 years in federal prison, respectively, for tax evasion, wire fraud, things like that. Their daughter is a super MAGA activist. And they had conspired to defraud Atlanta area banks out of $30 million in fraudulent loans. The sheriff that he pardoned took over $75,000 in bribes while in office. And, you know, this is not what the pardon power is for. He's pardoning his allies, his supporters, and people who just straight up pay him money. And you know, and I mean, he's just doing this stuff blatant out in the open where everybody can see it. His supporters, Republicans, don't give a shit. I mean, they literally don't care. And everybody on the left gets upset and points and, you know, wonders what has happened to our democratically governed constitutional republic. And I heard somebody the other day say that democracy depends on trust and authoritarianism runs on fear. And it's really been quite stunning to witness. It's barely been 4 months. The 250th anniversary of this country is on July 4th of this year. And it took Donald Trump less than 4 months to just completely wreck it and to become the most corrupt president in our nation's history. He has almost doubled his net worth since Inauguration Day. He and his family have increased their net worth by over $3 billion. It took less than 4 months. I mean, really, it's a process that's been going on for a decade or more. But putting it into practice took 4 months. And the thing about full pardons is when someone is granted a full pardon, they are relieved of their obligation to make restitution. And so that guy whose mom paid Trump $1 million, who Trump pardoned today, that guy no longer is required to repay his employees that $4 million. There's a creator on this app. Her name is Liz Oyer, Oyer. She was the White House pardon attorney who was recently fired because she refused to restore Mel Gibson's gun ownership rights to him. She's been tracking a lot of this stuff. She has documented over $1 billion worth of restitution that is no longer going to be paid to victims of these people as a result of these people receiving pardons from Donald Trump. And people are giving him millions of dollars for these pardons. I'm sure there have been payments that we have not seen, back channels and whatnot. And it's just, it's been so disappointing learning how many just gobsmackingly stupid, gullible, racist, bigoted, misogynistic people we have in this country who just love this guy. They just love this guy. And they don't care that he does stuff like this. They don't care that he's made billions of dollars in crypto since retaking the office of the presidency. They just don't care. His supporters are truly un-American and anti-American, and they don't care about that either. They just care about upsetting people on the left. That's the only thing that they care about. They made it very clear after Election Day that everything they said about, I'm voting for the economy, I'm voting for gas prices, egg prices, and inflation, very shortly after Election Day, they were like, yeah, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. It was really the racism and the misogyny and the bigotry and, just the cruelty. I think the main thing was the cruelty. Just getting tremendous amounts of glee and forming communities with one another through acts of cruelty to groups and people that they don't like. It's just cruelty, straight up cruelty. And, I don't recognize this country anymore. The people who live in it, because it's the first time I've ever been kind of on the receiving end of this kind of shit. I know there are other groups and other marginalized communities in the United States have been dealing with this stuff for hundreds of years. And it's just really stunning to see the hypocrisy, the hatred, the cruelty, and these people who love Donald Trump, who really think that he gives two shits about them, is really an amazing thing. It's really an amazing thing. But we're 4 months in, only 3 years and 8 months to go. Cool.